The George Washington is the premier forward-deployed aircraft carrier for the U.S. 7th Fleet. In normal human English, forward deployed means it doesn't just visit the Indo-Pacific region on vacation, it lives there. It is a long-standing, heavily armed symbol of America's commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific, which, by the way, is just the State Department's PR-friendly way of saying, we are going to do donuts in China's front yard, and there is absolutely nothing anyone can do about it. If you watch the deck operations, you'll notice everyone is wearing wildly bright, color-coded shirts. This isn't just for fashion, though I'm sure the purple looks great against the sunset. It's strictly functional to keep people from getting chopped into pieces. The yellow shirts are your shooters and aircraft directors. They constantly look like they're trying to land a plane while simultaneously fighting off a swarm of invisible bees. The green shirts are the catapult and arresting gear crews. They are the absolute psychopaths who crawl under a live fighter jet while its engines are screaming to hook it up to the catapult shuttle. Then you have the red shirts, who handle ordnance and crash salvage. If you see a red shirt running, you should also be running. Now, let's look at the actual hardware getting tossed off this boat. First up, the workhorse, the FA-18 Super Hornet. I know the Super Hornet gets a lot of hate from the stealth fanboys because it's not an F-22 or an F-35, but this thing fucking slaps. The Super Hornet is like that one friend who owns a pickup truck. They might not be the flashiest person at the party, but when you need to move a couch, or in this case, drop a 2,000-pound JDAM on a very specific grid coordinate, they are the only one you call. But then, of course, we have the new kid on the block, the F-35C Lightning II. You can always spot the C variant of the F-35 because it looks like it ate way too many carbs over the winter. Oh, and the wings fold up, because real estate on an aircraft carrier is more expensive than a studio apartment in San Francisco. And we can't ignore the weirdest looking thing on the deck, the E-2 Hawkeye. It's a twin turboprop plane with a massive spinning UFO glued to its roof. It looks incredibly out of place next to the sleek supersonic jets, like your weird uncle who showed up to a track meet in cargo shorts. Without the Hawkeye, the carrier strike group is basically blind. It acts as a flying command center, telling the Super Hornets and F-35s exactly where the bad guys are. It's the ultimate backseat driver, except this one actually knows what it's talking about. Landing a jet on an aircraft carrier is routinely described as a controlled crash. You are taking a 40,000-pound aircraft moving at 150 miles per hour and trying to hit a target area that is moving, pitching, and rolling in the middle of the ocean. Do they hit the brakes when they touch down? Hell no. The second the wheels hit the deck, the pilot jams the throttles to full afterburner. Why? Because if the tail hook misses the wire, a fun little scenario called a bolter, they need enough power to immediately take off again before they just casually roll off the front of the ship into the drink. The physical toll this takes on the human body is stupid. You go from 150 to 0 in 2 seconds. Your eyeballs try to pop out of your skull, your spine compresses, and you get to do it all over again tomorrow. So why do we spend billions of dollars to maintain this level of absolute, unhinged logistical chaos? The ability to park a fully operational air force anywhere on the globe's oceans is the ultimate geopolitical flex. It's not just about starting fights, it's about preventing them. Sure, people love to argue about anti-ship ballistic missiles and hypersonic gliders and how carriers are supposedly obsolete targets now. But I promise you, until someone actually manages to sink one of these floating fortresses, the Nimitz class is going to keep doing what it does best. Anyway, like and subscribe or whatever. I'm gonna go try to convince my landlord that my apartment needs an arresting cable for when I come home drunk. See you next time.